Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa 365's Story Behind the Story. Now the Lok Sabha elections are fast approaching, New Year is over, Christmas is over, and most of the parties are putting their legs on the pedal to accelerate. Now the BJP has been already electioneering, has been planning for some time. In Goa, not so surprisingly, regional party, the RG, has also been on the ground, but the other parties are still talking about seat sharing in XYZ. However, there is some news from the Indie bloc that seat sharing talks have started and between AAP and Congress and TMC and various other parties. So, as you know, Goa 365 covers elections, all elections, very rigorously. So here now to discuss on what is the possible, where we have reached, what is the situation, what could be the possible situation. I have a very senior panel from various parties to discuss the issue. I would like to introduce them, starting with national spokesperson of the TMC, Trajan Bab Dimelo. Trajan Bab, welcome to our show. RG's Ajay Kolkar. Ajay Bab, welcome to our show. First time Ajay, welcome. Rajesh Bab Kalangutkar from AAP. Rajesh Bab, welcome to our show. Firebrand Congressman Sanjay Bab Borde. Sanjay Bab, welcome to our show. And last but not the least, to defend against all these and give what is the thing, is Sudesh Bab Mayankar from Kalangut of the BJP. Now, Trajan Bab, I would like to start with you. You are senior most and you can give us a general idea, because even last time last 2-3 party wale seat sharing and you said yeah zatle. So Ata, you start with what is the seat sharing, is it what is happening, and what are the some light you can shed on this?
See, last time I recollect, it was on the 3rd, 4th, we had a debate here. And I had said that within 2 days they will be starting the talks. And our young Suresh smiled. He has to grow. If you recollect, the Congress president called for a meeting on the 6th. 2 days later, immediately. But many from the India bloc could not make it in that short time. And they all asked for, especially the chief ministers of the various states, maybe Stalin, maybe Mamta, everybody. Now, one thing is clear, that the seat sharing is going on as per plan. The basic plan is, those seats that the political parties are already holding, there will be no argument and dispute on that.
Okay.
Then the criteria is...
But candidates doesn't matter. Any candidate maybe, but party-wise.
Party-wise. Candidate, the party will decide. But you cannot, like for example, let's say Goa. Congress has got the South. No alliance partners of the Indi can demand South, unless the Congress surrenders it. Okay. That we do not have a good candidate, you put a good candidate. Something like that may happen. But otherwise, the rightful owner is the Congress. Okay. So, in this, you can see there is no dispute anywhere. Yes, there are people who are trying to, especially those we are working against, are very happy that Churches are taking. Those are all state leaders. Not a single national leader is crossing swords against each other. This is not a simple thing. In this atmosphere, it's a great victory that they're all cool, calm. Every state is going to fight to get this pound of flesh. And they will ask they feel that they are getting weak. But principle is that these are not state elections. They are all India elections. And therefore, every leader of the Indi bloc who are mature, senior, seasoned, are very convinced that for us, the nation comes first, state comes afterwards. And therefore, I am very confident that by the end of this month, the whole thing will be finalized. Because everywhere it is almost final. As I said, those that are the 150 seats are already with the opposition. So there will be no dispute on that. Congress has come out that they are going to contest 250, which I had said it earlier.
Maximum 200.
Maximum 250. So another 270 is open for the others. So all things are falling in place. Congress had 50 last time, 54, something, 45, 40. 45, huh?
40.
If they get another 50 in a one-to-one scenario, with all leaders coming together, and decide to get unfit, they are in trouble.
Okay, I'll just add one more question to you before I come to Ajay Bab. How can the opposition see? You have to understand one thing, whether you admit it or no. Prime Minister Modi has made that image.
Great image.
So how? Yeah, whatever. Now let's not get into the merits of that. But
Yeah.
the image is there, and the machinery of the ruling party
Yeah.
is there to to ensure that remains in people's minds,
Very
good,
good.
bad, whatever. So how can the opposition counteract that Modi image? I'm asking you this because you're at the national level.
Again, everybody is looking at the Modi image,
Yes.
and you want an image to counter Modi.
No, I'm saying.
1 minute.
Yeah.
That is the question. No, at the end
Yes,
of the day,
yes.
how do you question his image?
That's what. Yeah.
We are not falling into that trap.
I see. Okay.
We want to see Modi versus Mamata in Bengal.
Ah.
We want to see Modi versus Stalin, and they have already shown Modi is placed and Amit Shah is placed in the whole juggernaut they are placed. Please understand this. This has been proved beyond doubt. I am not talking in the air. Okay. We take your Telangana recently. What happened to Modi and Shah and everybody? It was the local Congress leader that took him on. It was not Rahul Gandhi or Khare or anybody. Well accepted position. Now recently you take the Rajasthan by-election. What happened? Sitting minister lost. So don't think that what has happened in the heartland there. And remember, the Congress, again I am repeating it and I am saying it on public platform. Congress misjudged the whole thing with its egoistic politics. India bloc was supposed to have a meeting in Madhya Pradesh.
You can.
Pakilesh ji, all that nonsense they did, and they learnt a lesson. So now everybody is cautious, and I believe it is going in the right direction.
Okay, thanks, Rajan Bab. Now, Sudesh Bab, Ata for Goa and for everywhere, there is a narrative. Now, what Rajan Bab kide munda to, that they are going to fight state by state. Now, you also feel tumchi narrative it is state by state or as a national part or your to kide exactly what is going to be तुम्ही किती कशे हेजेर पॉइंट्साचेर हे करता that you have already 2 सीटां already announce केली तुम्ही
या पयली हांव ते इंडिया ब्लॉकाचेर मातशें कितें ब्रीफ करता कित्याक जी ऑगस्ट एंडाक 2022 एक मिटींग जाल्ली तेन्ना ते मिटींगेन मुंबयन मिटींग जाल्ली तेन्ना सांगलेलें की ते शीट शेअरिंगेचेर बेगीच्या बेगीन हे करता म्हूण सांगलेलें सो हातून आतां ऑगस्ट जावन आमी आतां जानेवारीन पावले आनी इलेक्शन आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू बी नोटिफिकेशन फेब्रुवारी मिड फेब्रुवारी नाल्यार मार्चान येता कशें दिसता म्हाका
फेब्रुवारी मार्च मोस्ट लायकली
ओके सो मागीर आमकां तर दिसता आमी पयलीं चिंतताले की इंडियन अलायन्स कमिटी कोण म्हटल्यार आमकां येवन सांगताय आनी आमकां आमचें ते कितें सीट शेअरिंग करपाचें नाल्यार कितें तुमचें सीट कशें आहा तुमचें वोट शेअर आहा आमचे एक MLA आहा ते कशें करून डिस्कस जातले ते आमकां कोण येवंक ना सो आमकां तर दिसलें की हे इंडिया अलायन्स आहा ते होल इंडिया अलायन्साचे इंडिया पुरते ना हे थोडेच स्टेटी पुरते ते टार्गेट करता म्हणजे चड सीट्स आहा फॉर एग्जांपल UP आसा मागीर पंजाब आसा महाराष्ट्र बेंगॉल अशे 6 स्टेट्स ते टार्गेट करता आनी ताकाच लागून ती केमिस्ट्री दिसता सगळ्या पार्टीची ते आमकां ती केमिस्ट्री तेंच्या भितर कोणाच्या भितर दिसना फॉर एग्जांपल फ्यू एग्जांपल्स तुमकां सांगता हांव जशें की प्रजन बाबान सांगलें की काँग्रेसीचो इगो आसा हे आसा ताका लागून ते मातशें डिले जालें थंयच्यान अजून आमची शीट शेअरिंग कांयच कळना आतां भारत जोडो न्याय यात्रा म्हणून राहुल गांधीन काँग्रेसान सांगला अनाउन्स केला जेन्ना इंडिया तिने अलायन्स म्हणून तुम्ही ऑलरेडी सांगता इंडिया अलायन्स सगळे वांगडा आहा म्हणून वाय काँग्रेस ओनली प्रमोटींग राहुल गांधी काँग्रेस कित्याक फुडें व्हरता इंडिया अलायन्स कित्याक ती यात्रा करिना फर्स्ट पॉयंट आनी वेस्ट ऑफ टायम तिने इतलो 5 म्हयनो वेस्ट ऑफ टायम कित्याक केले काँग्रेस सेल्फिश कित्याक म्हणटा आमी की काँग्रेसीन जे स्टेट इलेक्शन्स आसली 5 स्टेटीन इलेक्शन आसले ताका लागून फूल हो टायम वेस्ट केलो आनी ताका लागून आमी तांकां रावंक ना आमी आमचे बेस पळोवन आमचे परफॉर्मन्स पळोवन असेंब्ली एज पर 10% आमचे वोट शेअर आमी डिक्लेअर केले आनी जी केमिस्ट्री दिसना थोड्या स्टेटीन फॉर एग्जांपल थोडे स्टेट्स आसा वेस्ट बेंगॉल आसा काँग्रेसीचो थंयसरलो अधीर रंजन चौधरी डायरेक्ट ममता बॅनर्जीक अटॅक करता आनी TMC परत ताका मागीर कावंटर अटॅक करता मागीर पंजाबान प्रताप बाजवा आसा तो डायरेक्ट पर्सनल टार्गेट्स करता एका भगवंत मान CM आहा ताका करता आनी पॉलिटिकली ताका तो टार्गेट करता मागीर BSP ऑलरेडी डिक्लेअर BSPन सांगला की UPन आमी सपोर्ट करची ना आमी सेपरेट रावतले म्हणून मागीर CPM आनी काँग्रेस केरला तेंचे तशे डिफरन्सीस चालू आसा सो हे फूल इंडिया ब्लॉक जो आसा तो म्हाका दिसता खंय तरी काँग्रेसीक लागून ते तेंच्यांनी आपलो टायम वेस्ट केल्लो आसा आनी रिसंट स्टेटमेंट जो आमी काल वेंजी बाबान आपाचो दिलो तेणी सांगला की आमचे दोनूय लिडर वेदर सावथान दिता नाजाल्यार आमकां नॉर्थान दिता, दोनूय ते रेडी आसा, डिपेंडींग पण ते आमकां दिता काय ना तो सोदून कन्फ्यूज जाता. आनी एक टॉन्ट मारलो काँग्रेसीक, ते सायडीकूच हो युरी बाब बसलेलो की तो सोदून कन्फ्यूज आसा, ताका सीट ते डिक्लेअर जातले काय ना असो ताणें स्टेटमेंट केला. सो हितून आमी कित्याक फाटीं रावपाचें म्हणून रेव्होल्युशनरी गोवन्सान ऑलरेडी जे आमचें कितें आसा पळय दोनूय सीट्स अनावन्स केल्ले आसा. आनी एक गजाल तुमी लक्षांत दवरपाक जाय, जी 2019 इलेक्शन जाल्लें थोडी सिटां कितें आसली डायरेक्ट आशिल्ली, डायरेक्ट फायट बिटवीन BJP आनी काँग्रेस. अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 170 सीट्स आसले आनी तितूंतली 140 सीट्स BJP अप्रॉक्सिमेटली जिखला, 90% सीट्स BJP जिखला. सो ऑन दॅट 170 सीट्स काँग्रेस करता कितें अजून पर्यंत, ऑल द फूल रिसोर्सीस ते आतां भारत जोडो न्याय यात्राक यूज करपाक आसा. कॅम्पेन करतले केन्ना, इंडिया ब्लॉक करतले कितें. सो आमकां तरी दिसता की इंडिया ब्लॉक वो फोकस आसा ओन्ली ऑन 6 मेजर स्टेट्स. हांव रिपीट करता, UP, दिल्ली, पंजाब, बिहार, बंगाल, मुंबय ह्याच स्टेटींनी ते फोकस करता. आनी जो नरेटीव आमी बिल्ड करता म्हणटा न्हू की जी इमेज करता, की इमेज म्हटल्यार की मोदी इमेज आसा, तो तरी एक मिथ आसा. आनी हे डबल इनकम्पन्सी आतां 10 वर्सां जावपाचें आहा. सो खंय ना खंय ती बॅड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर म्हणून इमेज तेजे आतां जाल्ले आसा. आमचो आतां लेटस्ट ते इन्सिडंट जाले, सुप्रीम कोर्टान जजमेंट दिला तेजे, मागीर मणिपूर इन्सिडंट्स ते आमी डिस्कस करतलेच मागीर. सो बॅड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन म्हणून तेजेर एक इमेज लागलेली आहा, तो तेजो कोलॅप्स मोदीचो जावपाचोच आहा.
Okay, thanks Ajay Bab. Rajesh Bab, आता what Ajay Bab is saying has got lot of logic in what he says. I'm sure you all will counter it later. But now Rajesh Bab, हांव कितें म्हणटा, now आता तुम्ही part of India Alliance AAP.
Yes, yes.
So what is the narrative that you all are going to go forward with to the people, that it is, I don't know, seat sharing, state-wise, vision, what you want for India, what is the narrative, whatever it is, narrative म्हणजे in front of the people कशें वयतले तुमी forward?
आता कशें आसा, इंडिया अलायन्स जो आसा न्ही, तांच्यांनी सीट शेअरिंग प्रोसिजर जो आसा तो ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट जाल्लो आसा. इट्स नॉट दॅट इट इज नॉट येट स्टार्टेड अँड दिस इज गोईंग फॉर क्वायट अ लॉंग टायम. मिटिंग्यो चालू आसा, इन बिटवीन 2-3 स्टेटींचे इलेक्शन आयले, सो त्या खातीर मातसो तो मदीं खंय तरी हें जालें, पूण प्रोसिजर चालू आसा. आनी आतां इफ यू ट्राय टू सी अबाउट Maharashtra is almost principally agreed by all the parties for the in the block seat sharing. If you talk about, I'm not talking because it is not yet announced, but सांगपाचें म्हणचें जाल्यार जास्तशा स्टेटींनी प्रिंसिपली जे कितें उलोवपाक जाय आसलें, जे प्रायमरी बेसीक जो टॉक आसलेलो तो ऑलरेडी जाल्लो आसा, आनी दे हॅव टू जस्ट अनावन्स इट नाव. कशें जाता की जो पर्यंत अनावन्स करना तो पर्यंत आमी ऑफिशियली ताजेर कांय उलोवप शक्य ना. आतां आमी अलायन्साचें जर म्हणशीत न्ही जाल्यार आतां गरज आसा कशें अलायन्साची, कितें कारण कशें आसता की चेंज इज ऑलवेज परमनंट अँड वेन एवर टायम कम्स चेंज वील हॅपन. आनी आतां कशें आसा की जे पद्दतीन सगळें ओवरऑल राजकारण आमी भारताचें पळयलें जाल्यार जे पद्दतीन सद्या चल्लेलें आसा, जर देश हितान सगळ्या पार्टींक, ज्यो भारतान पार्टी आसा, ल्हान मोठ्यो सगळ्यो ज्यो पार्टी आसा, देश हितान सगळ्यांक एकठांय येवपाची गरज आसा, हें सगळ्यांक पडटा. पूण कशें आसा की थोड्या पार्ट्यांचो थोडो इगो आसता की आमकां अजून पर्यंत डिस्कशनाक घेवंक ना किंवा आमकां अजून पर्यंत कन्सिडर करूंक ना, असो हो जो इगो आसता तो थोडे फावट म्हारग पडटा. आनी आमी अशें बरेचशे फावट पळयलां की जर आमी गोवा म्हणून जर पळयलें जाल्यार गोवान आपाक एक सीट प्रिंसिपली एग्री केल्लो आसा. आतां कशें आसा की साऊथ गोवाक आपाचे 2 MLA आसा, काँग्रेसचे 2 MLA आसा. सो वी आर लायक ऑन द पार.
But MP is Congress.
MP is Congress, but that time we didn't had any MLAs. Last elections we didn't had any MLAs. So now we are having MLAs. आमचे काम चालू आसा थंयसर. परत जर नॉर्थ गोवा म्हणशीत जाल्यार नॉर्थ गोवानूय आमचे इंटरनल मिटिंग्स आनी इंटरनल डिस्कशन्स चालू आसा. सो वी आर रेडी, एज वेन्झी हॅज सेड yesterday, वी आर रेडी फॉर बोथ द सीट्स. खंयची जर आमकां सीट दिले, बट वी आर इन्सिस्टिंग ऑन द साऊथ गोवा सिन्स वी हॅव 2 MLAs working there and they are working very well. So we are concentrating more on South Goa, but we are ready for both the seats. We are ready for North Goa also, we are ready for South Goa also, and we will go ahead.
Narrative, how will you go to the people with your campaign? Narrative, what is narrative? See, I'll tell you, I'll explain what I mean by narrative. Ata poi, BJP has built a narrative. They are Hindutva, they are very unabashedly Hindutva, hyper nationalism, and added to that they have very strong leaders like Prime Minister Modi is there, very strong leader, very decisive leader. One. Second thing, machinery,
correct,
finance, See, these 4-5 elections.
Correct. I do agree. I do agree.
So what is the narrative that y'all are
Kasha
going to?
खबर
You
आसा
cannot see. Y'all tried, not y'all means Congress tried soft Hindutva in Rajasthan and MP. किती झाले ते तुमका सगळ्यांक खबर आहा आमका. हांगाच discuss जाल्ले. So what is that this indie bloc is going to the people to say no? This is what BJP is. BJP led, and this is what we are. What is that the parties are going to go, the blocs are going to go to
Correct.
the people with?
Correct. I do agree.
I
with
know
you.
what Trajan will want to come in on that,
yes.
but first I want
what
ask
he has
to tell
said.
you.
What he has said is perfectly correct. We are going like state wise. आता सध्या परिस्थिती कशी झाली की 2 फावट नॅशनल सेंट्रलला काँग्रेसच्या सरकारना किंवा ऑपोजिशन ना बीजेपी इज गोइंग हेड. आता कशें आसा की जे कमिटमेंट्स बीजेपीन त्या वेळार केल्ले, देर आर मेनी कमिटमेंट्स विच वर डन अँड ऑल आर फेल्ड. आमकां कशें आसा, वी विल नॉट गोइंग टू स्पीक अबाउट हिंदुत्व किंवा डिफरन्सीस अमंग द पीपल ऑर द रिलीजन ऑर द कास्ट. वी डोंट हॅव टू स्पीक अबाउट इट. आमी फक्त कितें आसा, वॉट वॉज कमिटेड टू द पीपल ऑफ द कंट्री अँड वॉट इज डिलिवर्ड. There has to be a comparison and people have to understand about it. जर 10 वर्सांनी जर कमिटमेंट जर खंयचेच जर फुलफिल जाल्ले ना, आणि इफ द बीजेपी वॉन्ट्स टू गो अहेड ओनली विथ द हिंदुत्व, जाल्यार आय डोंट थिंक पीपल शूड गो अहेड विथ दॅट. पीपल हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड. आता जर गोष्टी सांगपाच्यो जाल्यो जाल्यार ब्लॅक मनीचो इश्यू आसलेलो. फाटल्या इलेक्शनाक अशें सांगलेलें की ब्लॅक मनी जो भायर आसा तो सगळो ब्लॅक मनी परत येतलो आणि प्रत्येकाच्या अकाउंटाचेर 15 लाख रुपया वयतले म्हणून. which has been going on for years together ना. कितें जालें सगळ्यांक खबर आसा. डिमॉनिटायझेशन अशें सांगलेलें की द ब्लॅक मनी इज देर अँड इन ऑर्डर टू रिकवर दॅट ब्लॅक मनी वी आर गोईंग फॉर द डिमॉनिटायझेशन. 98.7% डिपॉझिट जाले बँकेनी. दिस इज अ फॅक्ट.
Okay.
रिगार्डिंग म्हारगाय म्हणया 35 लिटर पेट्रोल मेळटलें म्हणून सांगलेलें. वी नो वॉट हॅज हॅपन. By 2022, 100 smart cities जातले म्हणून सांगले. Can anybody give any report of any of the smart cities?
Can we discuss this step by step? I mean, like different points later. Little
Yes,
later. Yeah. Sanjay Bab, same question विचारता हूँ. आणि तुम्ही राजेश बाबाकडे बाचेन लोकल इश्यूज मागे सध्या how आता you are there in North Goa, you are a known person in North Goa, means known. How will you go to North Goa and say, Baba, you vote for this alliance and you don't vote for BJP? How will you say on local issues like this only? Because this is ultimately Prime Minister's,
Yes.
It's not 27 on issue आता मानता हूँ.
But I do
I
respect,
agree, but
I do respect Prime Minister of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Modi ji. Hindu. First of all, I am Hindu. I am proud of it. So आता सांगपाची गोष्ट म्हणजे कितें आसा, गोष्टच म्हणची पडली. एक कोलो आसता, एक माकड आसता. हे बीजेपीन सांगले, एक कोलो एक माकड आसता. आणि कोलो म्हणटा तो हुशार. तुमकां खबर आहा, कोलो सगळ्यांक चपळ म्हणटा तो हुशार. की भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या सरकारान लास्ट टायम इलेक्शनाक सांगलेले, आता आमच्या भावान सांगले की कितले तरी कमिटमेंट बीजेपी कडेन आसले. आपण 2 कोटी जॉब दितले भुरग्यांक आख्खे इंडियेक. ब्लॅक मनी हाडटले, 15 लाख रुपया प्रत्येका अकाउंट हाडटले. तेतून तेंच्यांनी डिमॉनिटायझेशन केलें. आणि जे पयशे 70% 30% जे कॅश असले इंडियेचे हितून जेन्ना 1500 नोट्स आसले न्ही, ते नोटीस आज पासून हिशोबूच ना. हे कोण प्रत्येक गोंयकारांनी अख्ख्या इंडियेच्या लोकांनी मानपाक जाय. आणि आता तांकां जर इलेक्शन जिखपाक जाय बीजेपी सरकाराक, लास्ट टायम तेंच्यांनी एक बरें व्हडली गेम केली. आमचो ऑनरेबल म्हणजे रिस्पेक्टेड गव्हर्नर आसलो लास्ट टायम आसलो आमचो, ताका चेंज केलो. तेंचें नांव म्हाका दिसता सत्यप्रकाश मालिकान सांगलें की भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या सरकारान भयंकर करप्शन चालू आसा. म्हणून तेणी तेन्ना एक हे केलें, पुलवामा एटॅकाचे बद्दल उलयलो, तो RDXा बद्दल उलयलो. तेन्ना मोदीजी हेजे आज पासून ते पासून कित्याक लागून पुलवामा एटॅकाचेर कांयच उलयत ना. तो 40 सैनीक आमचे 40 फॅमिली तांकां जिते मारले अक्षरशः. तेजेर जर आमचो सरकार उलयना, आतां तो एक इशू हाडटा मुद्दम. ते लोक विचारले जे भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या सरकारान जे आमी मिलिटरी म्हणजे आमचे हार्ट, आमच्या देशाक ते ईस्ट वेस्ट म्हणजे जे नॉर्थासून जे आहात न्हू वयरसून आमच्या देशाचे रक्षण करणारे मिलिटरी, चायना आसा एक वाटेन, पाकिस्तान आसा एक वाटेन, नेपाळ आसा, बांगलादेश आसा, ते मिलिटरी आमकां राखता, देशाक राखता, आमकां राखता. म्हणून आमी आयज हांगा बसता. पण तेजे बद्दल भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार काय उलयत ना. सेकंडली आता राम मंदिराचो इश्यू हाडटात ते कित्याक लागून राम मंदिराचो इश्यू हाडटा लोकांची मायंड डायवर्ट करपाक. आमी वचोन जर लोकांक जर कितें सांगतले न्ही आमी इतलेंच सांगतले की आमच्या देशाच्या मिलिटरीक जर हो भारतीय जनता पार्टीचो सरकार मोदीजी आमचो होम मिनिस्टर जो आसा सद्या म्हणटा तो अमित शहाजी ते आमच्या देशाच्या मिलिटरीक जर सांबाळूंक शकना तेजेर ब्र काडूंक शकना तर फाल्यां सकाळीं हेंची कितें गॅरंटी आसा आमकां फाल्यां हे करता. आयज रीण काडटले ते देशाचें रीण कितलें आसा रीण काडटले आनी पाकिस्तानाचे सारखे आनी बांगलादेशाक हेच परिस्थिती हाडटले. आमी हे लोकांक सांगतले घरान वचोन हे लोकांक सांगतले कितें फॅक्ट आहा ते सांगपाक जाय वचोन न्ही.
Okay, now I will come back because I have got Sudesh Bab, last 5 minutes you heard this, I don't know, narrative yung na maga.
Let's talk about your first question about seat sharing by Indie Bloc.
Yeah.
See, at the moment, as Rajan Bab said that last month meeting zali. He should tell me or we should tell the people how many leaders were interested in that meeting. थोडेशे त्यांचे leader पावकूच ना. दुसरे about Indie Alliance.
किती मीटिंग झाले म्हणता तू
Last
मीटिंग
month
जावणार आहे मीटिंग जावणार ऑल यू वाज कॉल एवरीबडी रिफ्यूज्ड इट कॅनॉट मीट
at the moment what we can understand about Indie Alliance is all confusion. कित्याक Congress is a white elephant there. These all the parties are on one side, Congress is on other side. Rightly said by my friend that ego of Congress is bigger than anything else. As Rahul Ji Gandhi wants to do Nyaya Yatra. I don't understand what Nyaya Yatra. He did Bharat Jodo Abhiyan, which was the biggest failure, as we could have seen by the results of the state election. जे कितें जालें तें सगळ्यांच्या मुखार आसा. तेका लागून इंडी अलायन्साक सीट शेअरिंग आनी कितें उलयता पळय त्यो खबरो इट इज व्हेरी टू लेट बिकॉज वी आर हार्डली 3 months फॉर इलेक्शन एंड टायम इज रनिंग एंड बीजेपी सायड वी आर ऑल आमकां फाल्यां इलेक्शन जाल्यार चलता वी आर रेडी फॉर इलेक्शन.
So you feel BJP is going to come to power?
100%.
Okay, now one question I want to ask you. At the Supreme Court decision on Bilkis Bano, will this narrative, will this affect the narrative of the BJP? You feel?
See, what is narrative in the first place? For last, when BJP came to power, that was main narrative was corruption done by the previous UPA government.
Correct.
Supreme Court decision, maybe some way or the other we might be affected. That is not the point. But point here is, what is the bigger narrative? We have a international leader. He is known to be the internationally every country respects Modi ji. You know, last 2 days back about Maldives, we all know everyone is boycotting Maldives. Why? Because our Prime Minister was on Twitter, he was mishandled. So we are building a narrative. Our narrative is purely development and rest everything will follow.
And Modi as Prime Minister.
Yes, yes.
So you are saying that this is a sweep?
100% sweep because they are all confused.
Okay, Trajan, I'll give 1 minute before I close this and then we will go for a break. Sang.
Sudesh has no courage to declare the 2 seats of Goa.
You all declare no.
We
are in
1 minute, let me
you declare.
You will declare, we will also declare. What's your problem?
At the moment, there's a huge confusion because yesterday.
Confusion in your mind.
Let's talk about Goa. Yesterday, Wendy said they are interested in both the seats. And at the same time, Rahul is saying that Congress has said things that Congress or whichever party is retaining the seat. As for example, South Goa, Congress is there. Yes. So he said Congress will take the seat.
Get it.
Rajesh Babu is saying
there is
they are
no
interested in both the seats.
1 minute. I have also said.
People won't believe this.
I have also said. Please, you
it is better.
Confusion is for a small
to vote for a working government, for a working leader who has shown 30,000 crore is being spent for 9 years in Goa.
Correct.
Which party had spent before?
Yes.
I double engine सरकार हा म्हणून मांडवी ज्वारी ब्रिज पोंग मेवलो ना तोय मेव पावना लो we will fight the election. Narrative is only development.
I have to go for a small break.
10 seconds.
I'll come back after the break.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And now,
Sudesh, every time he says,
so what's 10 seconds?
every time Sudesh is saying there is confusion, there is confusion.
Okay.
For a small mind like Suresh, there is confusion.
No, that's personal.
all.
Sorry, that is expunge.
Not
Delete,
expunge,
delete.
delete.
अच्छा, 10 seconds.
आमचो नॅरेटिव्ह सिंपल असा इतली वर्सां बीजेपीन तीनशी सीट्स काढून काय करूंक ना आता काँग्रेसीन त्याच्या पयलीं काय करूंक ना जाल्यार त्याच खातीर आमी म्हणटा आमकां चान्स दिया जे ते
But how RG is going to get 300 seats?
300 न्हू एटलीस्ट आमचो आवाज तरी पावता
कमला बायला
आवाज तरी पावता आमचो जे इशू तांचे पेंडिंग
अच्छा,
आवाज तरी
अच्छा,
पावता.
resolutions
Okay.
in the majority in the Lok
After the
Sabha.
break, you can
Okay, we'll
comment
discuss,
over it.
we'll
After the
discuss.
break, we can discuss. Yeah, sorry, this is like you got a little national, international, local also flavor. Everything.
And young boy also.
Yeah. And anyway, just please keep the personalities aside.
personality.
He is still young. You all call him youth leader of the country.
Thanks, guys. Just for a small, we'll go in for a small break. See you on the other side. Keep watching Goa 365.